So you're thinking about moving to Bend, Oregon, or somewhere else here in sunny Central Oregon, and you want to keep your finger on the pulse of the market. Maybe you're moving in the springtime, maybe you're moving in the summertime, maybe you're already here. You want to do a lateral move, sell your home here in town. We can help you with that, and then move somewhere else in the Central Oregon area. Well, that's where we're at. That's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. It's March. Okay, it's starting to feel like spring. We just had daylight savings. The sun's going down a little bit later in the day now. It's starting to feel like we may be out of the woods with this winter thing that's going on. So we're going to be touching on the state of the market here, market update, Central Oregon style right now. This video sounds like it's for you. Stick around. We're getting after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad of living in Bend and surrounding Central Oregon, then subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell below so you can be the first to know about the current market here in Bend, Oregon. My name's Ryan and I've lived in Bend for over 30 years. My business partner, Zach, and I, we get calls and texts every day from people just like you looking for help on making their smooth move to Bend or somewhere else here in sunny, yes, it's still sunny in Central Oregon. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90, it doesn't matter. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, set up a Zoom. We've got the Calendly links in the homepage of our channel, as well as every single one of the comment sections on each video. So set up a Zoom call. We'd love to chat with you face to face. So now that we're through that, let's get into this market update right now. We do it every single month, and we're now in March, the last month of Q1. Typically speaking, the market starts to pick up a little bit in the March, April months of the year. That's the spring buying and selling season. As the winter months are behind us, we are now getting ready for that big season. We'll see what happens here. Interest rates have been kind of stagnant right now, right around 7%. Are they going to come down? We expect them to. We haven't seen that yet. It could be later into Q2 before we see some action. But with that being said, let's just hop right in now with a little screen share, and we will be off to the races as it pertains to our current state of the market. We've got the beacon report over here. It is up and running. Let's just do a couple little adjustments. You can see my face over here talking to you. Let's talk about this. Okay, this is Bend. Okay, this is the last 36 months of the action that's going on in Bend. If you've watched one of these style of videos before, you kind of get a gist of what's going on here. The Beacon Report is a great tool and a great resource. It's open and public information to anybody. Just go to the Beacon Report, type it into a Google browser, and you'll be able to pick up what the information is that we're showing to you right now. But you get our unique perspective here once a month, and we'll just talk about it right now. The Bend median home price actually dipped below $700,000 for the first time in close to a year. I think the last time that we saw that was April of last year. So it was over 700,000 and pretty flat at 750 there. Pretty consistent there for about 6 months. And so we're starting to see the effects of longer days on market, higher interest rates. Homes are sitting there for a little bit longer. People that are selling are getting a little bit restless. They're bringing down the price of their home, and buyers are in a good position because they know they can be patient. And so they're getting better deals on the houses that otherwise 2 years ago would be going up in value constantly. Right now, we're kind of taking a little step back, which is okay and healthy for the market. But people that are in the market right now, okay, you're able to get that home for a little bit of a discount right now, which is exciting. We'll see what happens here over the next couple of months, but we could be going back up here in relatively short order. This could be a short-lived dip below $700,000 for a median home price, but who knows? Okay, only time will tell. We've got the number of sales last month did go up in Bend too, so we were kind of under 100 there for 2 months straight, and now we've since gone back up. We're starting to trend up again, 106 for February of 2024. If you look back at historical numbers, last year, February, we had 112. Then we just started going up, scaling up into the summer months. And that's typically what happens every single winter time, right? 2022, we had 131, but we just shot up again. So are we going to shoot up again? We will see. I think there's some things in the market that are out of our control that we just have to wait and see. And then we will find out. I'm just kind of referencing the interest rates right now, but there are plenty of people that are on the sidelines. There's pent up demand for homes. People have equity in their homes. They want to sell. But the big question is, what happens after I sell? Do I make that lateral move? Am I going to trade my 3% interest rate or better, sub 3%, for 7% if I want that home? Do I need that home? Do I want that home? Well, those are questions you have to ask yourself, but there's a lot of people that are sitting there on the sidelines wanting to take some sort of action, but they're being patient and for good reason. So we give you these updates just to kind of give you a feel for where we're at, but there will be a frenzy of people entering the market if we see that interest rate kind of start to taper down, maybe 6%. Maybe we'll get in the fives, who knows? But very interesting next 9 to 10 months, especially as we gear up for the election season. Who's going to make the promise over here or promise over there that's going to generate the most buzz and the most excitement and ultimately the most the votes, right? We're not going to digress on that, but let's get back into some more of what we're talking about here. Building permits, 53 in Bend last month. Okay, take a look at that. We doubled from January to February. There is an interest in building right now, and that's going to continue going up. Okay, there's nothing about Bend that's going to slow down in terms of its growth. Right now, we just have a temporary lull in the market, and that's what we're having to deal with right now. But there's going to be a constant increase in interest and desire to live here as we continue building out. I mean, if you look around Bend, if you've been here, visited here in the last couple months, you just see cranes, you see buildings, you see new construction every which way you go. It's pretty remarkable. So the town is growing at a very, very alarming pace. Month supply, 1.5 months there. We were sitting at 2 months for about 6 to 8 months. Now we're even down further. So what's going to happen? Are we going to start to taper up a little bit? We're building constantly. It's just the way it kind of is right now. People are scooping up the stuff that's on the market. And if it's appropriately priced, it generally will sell in short order. Things that are inappropriately priced, too high, too expensive, they're going to sit there for 40 plus days. And that's been our median days on market here. Last month was about 40 days. And so we had that long, like 12-month stretch where it was basically 4 days. I mean, just absolutely remarkable. Let's just go right up here and look at it. I mean, take a look at that. This is just nuts. Okay, 4 days, 4 days, 4 days, 5 days, like all these months that we had of under 10 days on market. And now we've finally gotten back to maybe a little bit of a healthier number. Now we're at 40, 43 the previous month. That gives you some perspective on where things are at with Bend. It's kind of slowing down. Redmond, let's scale into Redmond right now. It's a little different here. It's kind of interesting, right? And they've been going up, steady uptick in their median price over the last 6 months or so. 520 was the peak of the last 6 months, October, but we went up from 507 to 511 last month. Okay, and median days on market. We'll jump into that here in a second, but it's kind of similar to Bend, I believe. 49 sales last month. So obviously that's about half of what Bend had, and Redmond is 1/3 the size of Bend. So there's a lot of people moving to Redmond too. It's a very popular area. Do a lot of business out there. 28 days on market. So who knows? Maybe Redmond right now a little bit hotter than Bend at this very moment in time based off some of this data. But that's subject to change, of course, as we go into that spring season. Redmond and Bend are both going to see very, very active and busy springs and summer seasons as we go into the next 6 months. As we scroll down here, what are we looking at here? These are just conventional versus cash transactions. You guys can look at that at your leisure. Building permits was stagnant at 17 for 2 months in a row. So there's still new construction going on in Redmond, but Bend ultimately takes the cake. 53 of those last month. Okay, there's a lot of activity going on as far as new construction goes over the next 6 months. We'll see that number probably rise as well. Then we have our inventory. 2 months of inventory. Again, still low inventory. That's just the nature of the beast here in this area. There's so many people flocking to this area, and that's not going to change right now. We get a lot of our clients from the Southern California, the Northern California areas, the Seattle areas. Okay, all three of those respective locations have higher median home prices than Bend and Redmond. So people that are selling their home in Southern California or in Northern California or in Seattle, they're coming down here and they're buying a home at what they feel is a discount, because it is a discount, and they get the lifestyle, they get the mountains, they get the sunshine, they get the smaller volume of traffic and people. So it's all the things that they want, plus it's a more affordable price. Pretty cool situation there for people that are relocating from those respective spots that we constantly talk about and constantly get calls about. Those are the primary locations that our clients are calling us from, but we're also getting some from the East Coast, from further south in Texas. So it's kind of exciting to know that there's a collection of people that are calling us from around the country that love Bend and Redmond. They want to learn about it and they want to potentially move here because we get those 4 million visitors a year, and there's always a small percentage of them that end up wanting to move here. So as we continue on, median price per sale, 286 in Redmond. Let's scale down here, scroll down a little bit. Let's get into some of the smaller markets in Central Oregon. We've got Sisters here. There was 6 sales last month in Sisters here. The median home price was $965,000. Days on market was 28. Current inventory is a month. Okay, Sun River, 923, 4 total sales. Not a lot of volume moving in these small communities, but they will uptick as well as we get into that spring season. Lapine had 6, 475, okay, as a median home price. That's going to be one of the more affordable areas in Central Oregon. A fantastic spot right on Highway 97 there south of Bend, about 30 miles. And we have Jefferson County, that's where Madras is, 327 is our median home price. Crook County, okay, we dipped below 400K for a median home price in Prineville. And the Crook County area, 20 sales last month, okay? So still some activity, significantly more than these other 4 locations here. Prineville's a very popular area right now. We've got a video that's really trending. A lot of people have been interested in Prineville. If you're interested in Prineville, reach out to us, let us know. What else can we provide you as far as information goes pertaining to these smaller markets here? Are you curious about these areas, or is it Bend and Redmond primarily? That is up to you guys, but we are here to represent all of Central Oregon, all of Deschutes County. We want to help you guys find the right spot the first time. Hopefully, this video serves you well and it gives you that information you need to continue keeping your finger on the pulse of the market. When that day comes for you to enter the market, please reach out to us. Zach and I are here. And that's what our job is, and that's why we're making these videos and hopefully providing some value and some service to you guys ahead of time, because ultimately speaking, we want to present our work ethic here with these videos that we're making, and then that translates over to how we take care of you during the transaction period, whether you're buying or selling. Okay, you need to list a home. We've got a large volume of resources in which we can get the word out regarding a home that is for sale that we list for you. So please keep us in mind in that regard as well. And as always, we thank you for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, like the video, maybe subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that, and maybe leave a comment in the comment section below. What else can we help you with? And when it's your time, give us a call, choose a text, email, whatever, set up a Zoom. Doesn't matter how you reach out to us. We want to meet you where you're at. So again, thank you for watching today's video, and we will see you on the next one out in the field. Thanks and have a great day.